Hello, my name is Robert Gump. You want some? I could hit about 1,000,000 of these. Mama always said, life's like a box of golf balls. You never know what you're gonna hit. Those look like comfortable shoes. I could probably play 36 or 74 holes in those. If I think hard, I can probably remember my first golf shoes or the shoes I wore on the Golf Kingdom show. That's my show.
Say the thing.
I'm supposed to say the thing now. Are you ready? Because it's time to build here in the Golf Kingdom. Johnny!
Welcome to the #1 golf variety show in the world, the Golf Kingdom. Are you ready to build your game? Here's your host, Rob Strano.
All right, it is Golf Kingdom time. It is Build It time. We're going to start off with 3 awesome things from around the house. How about that? That's pretty easy. Things from around the house to help you build a better swing and a better short game. Let's talk about those. So helmet on, get ready, get up there, grab a club. Here we go. Build it. Let's start off with impact. If you struggle with leaving your club face open as you come into the ball and hitting it off to the right, maybe shanking it. Yeah, I'm not afraid of that word, shank, shank, shank. If you're a shanker, I've got a simple drill you can practice at home watching TV to help you get rid of the shanks and fix your club face and impact because it's probably wide open. Let's go to the handheld here with Bear. Okay, so what you're going to need to do this is, you're going to need a head cover. Just grab your driver head cover because look, it's got a wide end in the back here. It's got this wide open mouth. What you're going to do is, you're going to put it down on the ground and you're going to face the open end towards you just like that. Open end. Grab any iron. I'm going to grab a 7-iron here. So what you're going to do is, as you swing, when you would come into impact, you could not put the club head into the head cover. Look at that. You can't get it in there. It's like a fishing hook. If it's a largemouth bass and it kind of looks like that, it isn't getting the hook. What I want you to do is swing back. You're going to come down. So I go all the way back. I'm going to come down now, and I'm going to turn the club head and stick it in the head cover. Look at that. By doing that, you're getting the club face squaring now. So swing down slowly and train yourself to come down and stick it in the head cover just like that. So the wrong way would look like this. I can't get it in. Coming down the right way, I twist it and boom, look at, I stick the club head in the head cover. Come back to me now. Simple drill, fixing impact. You come through and the face is like that. No, we gotta come through and get it square, put it in the head cover. Okay, so there's drill number 1 and build it to fix your swing. Drill number 2, let's just grab a wedge here and one of these things. These little pill bottles or any kind of bottle you have around the house. This will work great. So once again, we're going to put it on the ground. And what you've got to understand is to chip and pitch the ball well, you want to be able to get the club coming through and get this bottle spinning fast and going up in the air. So we're going to back Bear out here a little bit so he's got a good view of me. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come down and I'm trying to clip this bottle off the ground, make it go up in the air and spin real fast. It'll look like this. So I come through, boom, like that, and I got it spinning backwards, and look, it went up in the air. If you do this wrong, and I happen to have a couple players that they come through and they chip and pitch and they lag the club like that coming through. Well, if I do that and come through, I hit a low, fast line drive. That's no good. You can do this at home and work on this, while you're watching TV and doing stuff. So once again, we don't want to come through and do this. We want to come through and flip it like this and clip it right off there. Look at that. That spins backwards and goes in the air. Practice that to help your wedge game. Now, to fix your leg action, our last thing is you're going to use your belt. So take your belt off. So I'm going to try to get my belt off. I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to fasten it around my legs. Not real tight, just kind of loose. Take my stance. Don't even need a golf club. I can stand here. I'm stretching the belt out and I'm swinging back and it's keeping my legs together. This leg's not wobbling. It's keeping my legs together going back and my legs together going through. Good leg action is the foundation of a great golf swing. you can build a good foundation just simply using your belt to keep your legs together here as you swing and come through to a full finish. It's the KISS segment. Yes, keep it simple, Strano. Yes, something super simple to help your game. And I'm going to talk about you can't do what you can't do. How simple is that? If you can't do it, you can't do it. We're going to talk about the top of your backswing and maybe what you can't do there. Now, conventional golf teaching talks about the right arm or your trail arm at the top of the backswing, like you're holding a tray, like you're a waiter. Here I'm holding a tray, walking along like that. It says get your arm up there like this, with this arm pretty straight up and down to the ground. But if you don't have the range of motion to do this right here, you're not able to get there. I have a lot of players I coach that I have them try to do this, and they get up there and their arm sits like this. They're not able to do it. If you can't do that, you can't do that. So test it. Come home with me at home. Stand up. Put your arm up right here. Hand back. Without recruiting your body, just try to bend your arm this way. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to shallow the club coming down, and you're not able to get it in here at the top of your backswing. So if our elbow's out a little bit, it's got to be out a little bit maybe, that club will be a little bit across the line and will be a little steep coming down. That's called knowing your body and knowing how you have to move to hit a golf ball. Remember, there's no template. It's how you have to do it to keep it simple, you at home to help your game. Are you ready for it? It's pop culture time. Yes, catchphrases, song lyrics, maybe popular culture like this. Popping your collar. Yeah, how does popping your collar potentially help your golf swing? Let's talk about it. I see players with a lot of incorrect head movement, which leads to incorrect backswing movement. So what would happen is, as they set up, their head tips this way as they go back because they're trying to keep their head still, which is wrong. So you get your head tipping this way, and I'm running into this collar, and when I go back, I'm leaned on this front leg. The correct move involves popping your collar. So take that collar, pop it up there. Get your chin between your collar. And as you go back, you're going to keep your chin between your collar in the first couple feet of the backswing. So it'll look like this. As I go back and my shoulders turn, so does my collar, because it's attached to my shirt and shoulders. So as my collar turns and I keep my chin between it, I get this kind of head movement now. Now I'm here and I can load into my trail leg going back, and I get this look. I don't get the head tipped the wrong way. Pop your collar. Don't let this lead collar run into your chin. So incorrect move again would be I'm right here and I keep my head still, and boom, right away I feel that collar hit me in the chin. No, 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 no. You want to go back, keep your chin between your collar until you get right here. My hands are past my leg. I'm right there. The chin's between my collar. Now I just keep my head right here and go to the top with my arms, and I got it. So pop your collar, pop culture. It'll help your backswing and get it right. Now, let's go back to the bench and check in there and see what's coming up next here in the Golf Kingdom. You know what's next on the Golf Kingdom? They're going to talk about strategy and then going to do science with Talk Nerdy. So stay here on the bench with me so we can watch together. Are you a little bit in the dark with your golf game? Well, I got something cool for you. Watch this. Alexa, open Golf Kingdom.
Welcome to Golf Kingdom. Here's your golf tip of the day.
Welcome to the Golf Kingdom. I am your host, Rob Strano, and here is today's pro pointer. Alexa, stop. If you want more pro pointers from me, enable your Amazon skill on your Alexa device. And every day you get a free tip from me just by simply asking to open Golf Kingdom. Okay, march in here, let's go. It is strategy time. Remember, without a plan, there's no attack. Without attack, there is no victory. In golf, we have to have a solid plan of attack on how we're going to play these holes and these courses. And they're all different, and even if you play the same course every day, you're going to find yourself in different places with different shots most of the time, maybe different wind conditions. We're going to talk about covered versus uncovered flags and when to know when to attack and when to not attack. And this is a big issue. And there's one thing I'm going to explain that I want you to track for this season of golf. I want you to track something for me. I'm going to talk about it as we look at 3 different holes and how to attack them. Here we go. Hole number 1. Let's talk about it here. So uncovered or covered. If our ball is like right where this golf cart is here, let's pretend. I'm right here. A flag that is to this side here of my grip is covered by that bunker. That would be a covered flag because you have to hit it over an obstacle, a bunker, a lake, and maybe a big drop off in front of the green. That's a covered flag. The question to ask yourself is, if that flag's right there and you're right here, or you're way back here maybe, can you, more than half the time, get it over that covered area to that flag and the ball will stay? Not you hit it over it, you cover it, and it rolls 30 yards over the green. Ask yourself that. If it's not more than half, then you're going to play to the uncovered area, the area over here. You're going to hit it to the uncovered area. You might have a 30-footer. You're going to make a 30-footer, or you're going to 2-putt it. Either way, you've got to understand this covered, uncovered thing. Now, here's what I want you to track in 2022. Let's just say your ball's right here on the rough, and we're coming to this open area of the green, this all uncovered as you look at it. Here's what I want you to track. When you aren't in the fairway, do you get the ball on the green anywhere? I mean anywhere. I don't care if the flag's there and you hit it here on the green. What happens more often than not is we miss the fairway, and now we're still trying to attack a flag or get it close when if we get it on the green, we 2-putt and move along. The rough is a big penalty for most players. Get it in the rough, get it on the green, anywhere. Next hole, let's look at another example of covered, uncovered. Here we go. We've got a tee here across the lake. Here's a bunker right here. So anything over here would be covered. Let's just say it's a 180-yard shot. Uncovered to this little sliver of green here. What are your chances? Not real good. Hit it here to the uncovered area. Right there in that wide open spot. You might have 20 feet. The ball might bounce right. Have you ever hit a shot that you saw unexpectedly bounce towards the hole? Yeah, you might hit it to this uncovered area and it kicks right and it rolls down there close to the hole. That'll work out great. But once again, don't give yourself this shot here if you can't hit it. If you can't hit it, you can't hit it. Play uncovered and leave yourself a putt at it, and you're going to make a lot of comfortable tap-in pars. Very simple. One more. Here we go. What do we got? We got a hole here, got a tee down here, big, big, big uncovered area. Almost half the green right here is uncovered. A little bit of uncovered area to the right, so half right, half left. Once again, what are you going to do? You're going to assess it. Can you more than half the time hit your uncovered area? If not, go uncovered, make it simple. We're looking for simple pars sometimes. If you can make some simple pars on holes like this maybe you have trouble with, your scores will come down. So keep that in mind as you assess your shots as to whether to attack or not, and whether to have victory or not. You've got to look at uncovered and covered flags and how to attack them and get it right. Let's open the tip portal. Yes, the portal. I am Dr. Strano. We're going to open the portal and give you 4 30-second tips to help your game. So open the portal time. Here come the tips to help your game. Our first portal tip involves what's in your pocket when you play. These big chips, these big markers, these poker chips, you don't want to use them when you play. They're too big, they're too distracting. In your pocket, you want a quarter. Use a quarter for a putt from a long way away. Then up close, you use a dull penny like this. A dull penny around the cup isn't distracting to the players you're playing with. Now, next portal. Our next portal tip involves finishing your swing and looking like a pro. When you come through to your finish here, bring your hands down to your side, open your hands a little bit, and let the club slide down like this as you look for your shot, and then you stand like this. That's the move you want to make. Don't come up here and wing the club back and start looking like this. Come through, hands here, club down at your side, and then do this. Next portal, here it comes, ready? Okay, next one here in the portal is grip. When I talk about grip to players, my hands make that shape right there. It's kind of the gnarled fingers of a creepy character. Players that grip the club wrong, you keep your fingers open and you're trying to grab it like this. No, learn to curl your fingers. Make them look like that right there. That way when you grab the club, you're grabbing it with the curled fingers just like this. Next portal. Last portal is back in the pocket again. Golf tees. How many do you carry in your pocket? We've got these nice plastic ones we use now on the golf course instead of the wood ones that break. You carry 3. So here's why you carry 3. You swing and one flies away, you can't find it. You still have 2 left when you get to the green. 1 to fix your ball mark, and then 1 for the next hole. And if that one gets away on the next hole, you still have 1 to fix your ball mark on the next green, and then reload your tees in your pocket. Who wants to talk about the science of golf? I do. I'm Dr. Rob. It's time to talk nerdy. We're going to talk about the science and the numbers of golf using launch monitor data. But first, I've got a little data here I want to ask you about, a little math. Is it possible to have this? 80 greater than 90. Think about it for a second. Can you have 80 greater than 90? 81 greater than 90. That's what I meant to say. Can you have 81 greater than 90? Think about it. If I'm asking, there's got to be a way, and it's got to be a golf way. Tell you what, let's go to our 60-inch monitor and look at it with the data. Here it comes. Bring up the launch monitor data. So we want to look at 2 spots here. We want to look at club head speed and carry distance. So here's our 90. 89.5 rounds up to 90. So at 90 miles an hour of club head speed, this player is hitting the ball 119 yards. That's our 90. Remember, 81 is greater than 90 though. So, but 90, you would think that number would be farther, right? Let's look at the next screen. Here it comes. We're going to look here again, 80.7. We're going to round that to 81. There's our 81. 81 greater than 90. How is 81 greater than 90? Well, if you already cheated and looked at that number, look at that. 141.6, 142 yards. What's that difference? That's 23 yards of difference. So they swung 9 miles an hour slower and hit it 23 yards farther. How is that possible? This is where it gets nerdy. Our scientific data tells us if you hit the ball all over the face and miss the sweet spot, it isn't going. So every shot, every good shot begins with one thing: solid contact. You have to hit it good for it to be a good shot. You have to hit it solid. This player at 81 miles an hour hits it in the center of the face every single time, and it goes 142 yards. They swing it like their hair's on fire at 90, and it doesn't go anywhere. Solid contact. Strive for that, and you'll find 81's greater than 90. Now, let's go back to the bench and see what's next here in the Golf Kingdom. You may not know this, but my good friend Bubba Watson, he won the Masters twice. And on the Golf Kingdom coming up, it's going to be do it, and time to rise. So let's watch more, okay?
You want a golf tip that will really make this game easier? Okay, here's mine. The fastest way to get good is by finding a great coach. So, what are you waiting for? Schedule a training session with your local coach, Rob Strano from Strano Golf Academy in Destin, Florida at stranogolf.com.
It's swing analysis time, and I'm going to be the guilty party this time. We're going to look at my swing from a recent Callaway driver fitting. Now, the new Callaway driver is awesome. I picked up 15 yards with it, but someone happened to take some video of my swing. I could watch it and go, oh, there's something there that I don't like that I need to work on in my swing. I'm going to show you what it is. So here's the video that they took. So notice we got the barn door in the background, so it kind of works as a grid behind me. So we're going to look at that and see how I'm moving. So it looks like a pretty good golf swing. Now, here we are at setup. So look where my head is here in relation to these grid lines. I'm almost all the way on that trail line there. Okay, next frame, here we go. It's the backswing. So look, at the top of the backswing, I have shifted nicely to where I'm in the middle of that white bar. That's awesome. That's that good load to the trail side. And from there, I want to go forward and really go and get it. So top of the backswing, loaded over the trail leg, my shoulders over my trail shoe, full backswing. It looks awesome. Now, here's where I got something to work on. Next frame, watch this. There's impact, and look at my head's actually gone backwards a little bit to where the trail side of my head, the right side, is on the outside of that line. I want it to come back where it began, right here, not go backwards more. See this extra curve in my body? I don't want that. I want to come down to impact and be lined up looking like this, not like this. Heck, it looks like I'm taking gunfire at impact. So next frame, so remember that spot right there? Come back. Here I am at setup again, right there, and you can see I was right there at impact, and I'm here now. So that is incorrect movement in the downswing. Watch the impact again, quick, bang, watch the head go wrong. Here we go, see how I'm down and back. As you work on your swing, it's like throwing a ball, throwing a bucket of water. I want to feel like I'm moving forward without sliding my hips so much. This hip has gone so far forward that all I can do with the upper body, because I've gone so far forward, is dump it backwards just like this. I've got to work really hard on not getting so left so hard and feeling like I stay a little bit more centered with my turn to start down and let the upper body get on top of the ball as I move forward. That'll fix this problem as I work on my swing this year. Is our do it segment. Yes, things you have to do in the golf swing. You have to do this. It's do it. Do. Ick. Snot. Oh my gosh, that's a little bit, that was a big sneeze. Oh, ick. So snot, how can snot help your golf game? So the question is, when you swing, is your finish wrong? Oh my gosh, I can feel, all over, oh gosh, it's running out of my nose. So snot, when you swing, is your finish incorrect? So I have a lot of players that swing and they finish going backwards like this. So when you finish, you're leaning backwards, falling away from the shot. If I had a snotty nose, and I actually, in high school, played around where I swung, I was so sick with a runny nose, every time I swung, snot would kind of fly out like this. I would not finish backwards and have the snot running down my clothes like this. See, my nose is back, and the snot would be running down me like this. No, I finished forwards always, so if I have snot, the snot's running this way. So all that snot that's on my hands, oh my gosh. Hey, can you guys in the control room have like a box of Kleenex ready for me, please? So what do we want to learn here about our finish? Don't lean back after you finish and be stuck back here where there's snot just pouring down you like this. You want to finish forward. Get your nose moving forward. Get over here where the snot, it's not running on you. It's running freely onto the ground. That's our key. I don't care if you swing, move forward right here, and then take a few steps forward. I mean, Gary Player's made a career out of swinging and taking a step forward. Go ahead and swing and take a step forward, but don't swing and fall back and all this snot. Oh my gosh, it's not, it's just, I can't even wipe it off my face anymore. Get forward. That's our key. No leaning back, no finishing stuck backwards. You do that and your golf game won't be a snotty mess like I am. You should get on top of it more, hit cleaner golf shots. You might even pick up some distance you were looking for, but you won't end up with this runny, snotty mess on your clothes. So just do it. Do it. I've got a really big time to rise message for you, and it's a challenge for everybody out there because sometimes you don't know the sacrifices others have made for you, especially mom and dad. I had a player recently who said this, my parents suck. I happen to know his parents, and I happen to tell him this story. I said, let me tell you something about your dad. Your dad got selected to be an astronaut, and where he had to live wasn't going to be somewhere you could live because you got a little bit of allergy asthma issue. And he asked for an exemption so that you guys could live somewhere else so that you wouldn't have any respiratory issues. And you know what they told him? No, we're not making an exemption. And his dream of being an astronaut stopped right there because he made the sacrifice for you so that you could be comfortable. And he looked at me and he said, Mr. Strano, I've never heard that story, and I didn't know my dad did that. Changed how he viewed his parents from there forward. I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you know what sacrifices your parents or others have made for you? Maybe it'd be a good time to ask them, no matter how old they are, tell me a sacrifice you made for me, because we all have, as parents, as friends, we make sacrifices for others. So I want you to go out there, find out what sacrifices have been made, and then try to sacrifice for others to make their lives better too. Another great show here in the Golf Kingdom. Thanks for joining us. Let's review the key points in our strand notes. Number one thing, you can only do what you can do. Be sure it's your golf swing and you're not trying to swing like someone else. Second thing we did, and we learned that 81 is greater than 90. Find a swing speed where you hit it solid and that yardage you're looking for, it'll happen just like that. Last thing we talked about was keep the snot off your clothes. Finish. Get yourself out over here so your snot's on your clothes and you'll finish better and hit cleaner, more solid shots. Now, Golf Kingdom stuff. Be sure you download the Golf Kingdom app. Yeah, all the shows are there. Daily tips from me. All kinds of stuff on the daily feed. You can also find us on YouTube, Roku, and all the social media platforms. So you want some more stuff from me? Go out on social media. Follow us, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, The Golf Kingdom. Thanks again for being here with me in The Golf Kingdom. Well, hey there, we're going to, that was it. You may not believe it, but my good friend Bubba, he won the Masters. There's more coming. You laugh. I can see her laughing.
I was not expecting you to pull out Bubba.